announcements. So we will get started. Our first person speaking today is John Britt with a stakeholder introduction. So I'll pass it to you, John.
Good morning, everybody. Let me share my screen. Right, you should be seeing my screen now.
Yes, looks good.
Great, thank you. So here's the VC. One more chance for you for vendors to scan this QR code. It's really nice and big, so you can do it from your phone very easily. And I'll give you a couple more seconds for those of you scanning it, and then I'll get started with the stakeholder introduction now. Now. There we go. So as always, I'll start with a stakeholder introduction. Why do we do it? Is to get to know others on the call, maybe put some faces with names, build connections, get ideas for new hobbies, and to have fun and spotlight somebody for just a few minutes or seconds, maybe a couple minutes. So all pictures are AI based on a real life picture. But we always ask, what would you like to do to relax or unwind? And she likes to go mountain biking, hiking with her dogs, or bouldering. And we created a picture of her bouldering. Just the FYI, this is what happens when you don't send me action shots. I create them. Um, Interesting facts. She has two dogs and about 100 houseplants. I have no idea what kind of houseplant she has, but this is what ChatGPT decided she should have. I see a couple elephant ears, some ivy. Look pretty cool. Something others may not know, she was a pizza maker at Little Caesars. She's been with EMS healthcare data for 1 week and counting. I think that might be a new record for youngest person I've gotten to introduce in data. Um, and what do you like best about your job? She loves making an impact and the collective initiative to help the community. And any guesses? I've given you a lot of pictures. Welcome to Miss Madison Hillebrandt Openshaw. She's a data analyst with the Utah Bureau of Emergency Medical Services. If you've not been introduced, I'll always put a link in the chat, but here's a QR code for it if you would like to do it from your phone. You can do the entire form as well as entering pictures from your phone. And I would appreciate others do that so that I have someone to introduce for the next meeting. And that's it.
Sounds good. Thanks, John. And I will just say that she is working with Felicia. Felicia has not gone anywhere, so no one.
Oh, yeah,
No
she's a
one.
data analyst, not the data
Yeah.
manager. So,
Yes. Before people start sending messages. And next up on our agenda today is Monet, who is going to talk about our annual meeting and share again the save the date. So I'll pass it to you, Monet.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Mhm.
All right, fantastic. Greetings, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. All right, so on the NEMSIS homepage, this is where we're going to start. And if you scroll down to the software vendor news, you will see the announcement here. We're going to go ahead and click on more. And now you'll be able to see this lovely flyer created by Mr. Chris Hoffman. And I just want to let you know that we are preparing to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the NEMSIS program at our 2026 annual meeting. Please save the dates for October the 6th through the 9th for this very special occasion. On October the 5th, we will conduct the advisory board meeting, and it will also be a travel day for participants attending the general sessions. The meeting will be held at the beautiful Black Rock Mountain Resort in Heber, Utah, a short distance from Park City. The flyer on the screen has the QR code, which will take you to the resort booking page. And we will be opening the registration portal soon, and will make additional announcements regarding the meeting details. I know this is very brief, but I'd like to know if there are any questions at this time. Okay. I don't see any questions in the chat. So hearing none, I would actually like to turn the time over to Dr. Mann, who will discuss how we can make the most of our time together by exploring new and emerging topics. I'll go ahead and transition it to you, Clay, and
Thanks,
I'll stop
Monet.
sharing.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with everyone. And I apologize. I'm Oscar and I'm in a busy spot here associated with some travel. So happy to be with you, though, and excited for the next NEMSIS annual V3 meeting in Park City in Heber, which is right next to Park City at the Black Rock Resort. I think you'll love the new venue, brand new venue. We're going to have a lot of fun there. A key change that will be associated with this meeting is that we're attempting to go back to our early years of the NEMSIS V3 annual meeting and have much of the program be driven by participant input. What we're going to be doing is organizing the participants into small pod groups, and then we're going to ask each of them to work through a process trying to resolve a challenging issue that we're facing in NEMSIS. So the meeting will be built around the idea that each of these pods will receive a topic. They'll spend time understanding the challenges associated with the topic, sharing ideas as to how to solve it, looking for ways to resolve those issues, and coming up with solutions and a plan for us to move forward with some movement on those very tough issues. So Misha is going to provide either on the screen or in chat. Misha, if you would provide the QR code so that people could go to a survey. We have some chosen topics that we think are important challenges that face NEMSIS at the current time, but that's coming from the TAC and from the Office of EMS at NHTSA. There are clearly different challenges that you will face as a vendor, or that you will face as a data manager within your state, or even as a provider. So we're asking if you would take 5 minutes. We're going to really literally stall this meeting for about 5 minutes for you to access that QR code. It's a very quick survey. If you would just think through your processes associated with EMS systems, EMS care within your states, within your department, with the clients that you work with, for vendors, what are the issues that are remaining really difficult for you to resolve? If you would list those in this survey, it's a very simple survey. Go ahead and open it. If Misha's made it available, I'm sorry, I'm on a single screen. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah. So if anyone can't access that, just let us know. All we're asking is that you provide the topic. What is the issue? And then we'll just collect the information from there, and then we will contact you later with any additional detail that we think might help us to actually form up the question well. So take the time now, if you would. Again, it's a very short survey. We won't require that you collect a lot of information regarding the topic. Just what's bugging you? What is incredibly hard for you to deal with? And then we will aggregate those and see if it's one that we can collect enough information to bump up to include in the annual meeting. So I'm gonna pause again, and we'll spend a couple of moments allowing people to fill out that survey. Any questions regarding the survey? Oh, one topic about the survey is that really you need to kind of keep answering the questions to move forward in the survey. And so if you would just make sure that you're completing each of the questions, and the survey will allow you to move forward.
Sounds good. And I know we're going to pause for a minute here, Clay, but I might keep talking just in case someone joins the meeting late and wonders why there's silence. But there is a link in chat to a survey, and we'd love to have everyone take a moment to fill that out and let us know any topics that you would love to solution together. And as Clay did share, it'll be rather than being several short topics or presentations, we really are going to shift to kind of a working group style where there will be pods, and everyone will choose a topic that they'd like to help solution that week, and spend a good amount of time really digging into what are the issues surrounding it and roadblocks and possible solutions, and actually coming up with action plans together on the last days and sharing them. And so think of topics that you really need some time to solve together, and a variety of stakeholders at the table. That's the focus this year.
Yeah, thank you, Lauri. We're planning to have lots of opportunity for us to meet together. As always, we're planning incredibly fun activities. We're like 98% sure that we will be curling together. Since we all got to experience the Winter Olympics earlier this year, we thought, wow, how great it would be if we could form teams and curl together. So we're putting together some fun activities, but these activities will be this work by the pods will be key to the success of this meeting. So we realize it may be hard to come up with a topic right off the bat, but dig deep into your memory. What are the things that are causing you pause, or even or bottlenecks, or really restrictions in your work? And then we'll be glad, we'll be happy to aggregate those and contact folks to gain more information to make sure that these groups can be effective, that they completely understand the issue at hand.
And I think, Clay, we also have one of our keynote speakers identified. Do you want to share one of our international speakers that'll be coming?
Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll just bring that up while people are thinking. And if you're trying to concentrate on the survey, don't listen to me, because we badly need your comments. But we're really excited about the venue and the speakers this year. So very few of you will know it was a lot of work early on in NEMSIS. Some of the Northern European countries reached out to us and said, wow, we see this new developing project in the United States called NEMSIS. We're incredibly impressed with the model and what it could potentially do. Would it be okay? Because most of our resources, including our computer code, were listed on the website. Could we try to model you? And so that was approved by the Office of EMS at NHTSA. They did exactly that, and they visited the NEMSIS Tech several times over many years, and they are up and running with a NEMSIS style project. So actually, they are coming to join us at our meeting this year, and we'll be providing one of the keynote speakers talking about how their model is working in Finland and Norway, and how they've been able to modify the NEMSIS project to meet other international standards. We meet the US standards for coding, but it'll be incredibly exciting and very interesting to learn from them as to what they've accomplished.
Sounds good. All right, I think that's about 5 minutes. And again, feel free to take some time to fill that out now during our meeting, or if you want to just leave the window open on your computer, you can come back to it later. And let's commit to emailing this out today as well. Can we do that to all of our stakeholders on this call? So just in case you think of something else and want to fill it out again, or so you have it in an email to reference, we will take that as an action item. All right, I will share my screen again. And next up is Bengie, who's going to give us a maintenance update today.
I will share my screen. Thank you, Lauri. Are you seeing my screen with the NEMSIS website?
Um, yes, it just came through.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. So for maintenance update, if you look under technical resources on our NEMSIS website, you'll see a category that says NEMSIS maintenance schedule. Since we're in the month of May, the maintenance schedule will be next week on Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So May 20th and May 21st. You may experience some issues, but if you experience anything outside of those dates, please feel free to open up a help desk ticket, which can be found here at the bottom of our webpage under Submit a Help Desk Ticket using that red banner. So if you experience anything outside of the dates of May 20th to May 21st, please feel free to open up a help desk ticket during that maintenance window schedule. Thank you.
Thanks, Benji. And next on our agenda is Ben Fisher, who's going to share about our 2025 public dataset release. And we cannot hear you, Ben. Are you speaking? Are you muted? We see your screen, but we don't hear you.
Well, this is.
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me?
I see you now. Yep, I hear you now.
All right. Yep. So the 2025 public release research data set is available now, just shy of 64 million records from 14,800 agencies. Again, the largest data set we've ever produced. Mostly this is, I want to say thank you to the state data managers. I know you all work very hard to get all the data submitted by our deadline early in the spring. And then the data set is available if you just go to the website and go to request research data. There's additional information about this year's data set, and you can open a help desk ticket to request it. Happy to answer any questions. We offer it in 3 formats. And then any questions you may have about the data set or additional uses, we're always happy to answer as help desk tickets. But again, mostly just want to say thanks. The states work very hard to produce this each year, and if you would also pass along our thanks to the clinicians and agencies who make this possible, because none of this would be doable without their good documentation.
Thanks, Ben. And I know for those who maybe haven't downloaded or requested it before, that you do need statistical software. Is that right? It's too large for Excel.
Yeah, the files are pretty large. It's 43 relational tables, and it's about 150 gigabytes when it's uncompressed right now. Yeah, so you do need a statistical programming software to use it.
Yeah. Right, sounds good. Thanks, Ben. So reach out if you would like that or pass that information on to others that you know might be waiting for that release. And next up, we have Chris Hoffman, who's going to share our monthly research highlight.
Thank you, Lauri. Let me jump into the share here as well. To move one thing over. And then we should be able to see, oh, there's always that last button to actually share. Okay, can you see the blood transfusion report okay there?
Yes, looks good.
Awesome. Perfect. So for this month, we are going to, for the monthly highlight, we're going to highlight the blood transfusion report. This is a recent report that we've just released. Should have seen if you're subscribed to our social media or to the mailing list, you should have seen an announcement of this. And this is just another letting you know that this is here. Blood transfusion report is available for download, for sharing off of the website. 4 pages of blood transfusion information from NEMSIS, and if we scroll down here to the last page, you can see we have a picture of our own John Britt, who is kind enough to let us use the photo in here. And I believe if you print this out and bring it to the annual meeting, John will have a table set up and he will sign it for you. I think he's working out what the fee will be. So got to work with that out with him. Find the blood transfusion report if you go to the NEMSIS webpage and then go to using EMS data and then to articles and publications. Under special topic reports, the blood transfusion report is right here. Thank you so much for everybody who worked on this. It was a huge effort, and it's a great report. I recommend everybody go get a chance to go look at it. If you have any feedback about that, please feel free to get back in touch with us and let us know. And so, yeah, that's there. And again, if you want to be notified about this and other reports that like this that we do, if you go to the bottom of the web page of any NEMSIS web page, of course I picked the longest page to show the very bottom of the page. There we go. If you hit the submit a help desk ticket, you can sign up for the mailing list there and find us on all the major social media sites under NEMSIS TAC. If there's any questions, let me know, but if not, I'll turn it back to Lauri.
Yep, thanks, Chris. And I know there's been a lot of hard work that's gone into that report. So thank you, everyone from the state end of collecting data, making sure it's being sent in a timely and accurate manner and no failing records and all the work that's gone in behind the scenes to creating it. So please share far and wide and make sure it gets in front of people that could use it. And we will put a link. Oh, yep, there we go. You're thinking ahead of me, Chris. I was going to say we'll put a link to that access on our website as well in case you missed the email. And I'm going to pass it to Monet next, who's going to share our monthly report.
Thank you. All right, everyone, I'm back. I want to talk a little bit about the monthly report, which can be found on the View Reports tab, and it's under the Public Reports. And this is a monthly report that the TAC produces. It's an update of current initiatives and projects that we're currently working on. I will not read the report to you this month, but I am basically showing you where you can locate the report. You may be interested in software vendor compliance updates or research publications that utilize NEMSIS data. And so this information is here for you. We encourage you to review it and to share it. And we thank you so much for everything you do to help us to produce great reports by sending us great data. Thank you again, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Back to you, Lauri.
It's good. Thanks, Monet. And we will put a link to that report in our chat in just a moment as well. Next up is Randall. And Randall, I know, has the next several topics. So I will pass it to you, Randall, for a NASEMSO update first.
Here we go. Can you hear me okay, Lauri? You see my screen?
Yep, looks perfect.
Thank you. So similar to Clay, I'm actually traveling as well. So see if we little technical difficulties with the single screen here. But the first topic was the NASEMSO update. So roughly about a week and a half ago, we were in Kansas City, April 26th through the 30th. We had a 2-day data manager session. It went very well. One of the longer sessions that we obtained there is the state roundtable. It's a great opportunity for the states to sort of share their successes, some of their challenges, and then kind of help us build with some future DMC topics moving through the year. Big success, I think part of that meeting was the outcome data guidance document that was completed. It's a hard thing to edit kind of in a public setting, but great effort from them to get that completed. And then we also worked on what our DMC work plan, just some of the goals that we want to complete for the 2026 to 2027 year. We also did have some pretty great NEMSIS presentations. One was about national custom elements, just sort of thinking about the future of national custom elements, making sure that the data managers are sort of completing the full process and communicating everything with the NEMSIS TAC. We also had a great review with Josh Nation on the standard change for version 3.5.2, and then Josh Legler had a nice presentation as well on interoperability. So moving forward, our next DMC business meeting is scheduled for June 16th. So we kind of just got off the sequence a little bit with the annual meeting, and we are looking to resume again. So that's all for that. If there's any questions. Topic here is just the violence against the EMS personnel. So this is a screenshot from the guides and usages page. As we know, the data dictionary is posted there. We are working on some of the wording. As you can kind of see, it sort of repeats itself. So we are trying to work on some wording when we have an initial document to add into there. So once we have that all straightened out, we will be sharing that with you, where to locate the new wording and everything else that goes with that. Also part of this violence against EMS EMS personnel, we did complete a public training on April 7th, 2026. The training is very repetitive. It was a very detailed look at all of the data elements. I do recommend checking that out. And then lastly, we've been kind of talking, about this companion document. So this is the NEMSIS v3 hazardous data set guide. It was kind of completed, lots of editing back and forth to make sure it's correct, the formatting. So this will be presented hopefully in the next V3 call on where to locate it. This is a larger document, about 6 pages long, but it's kind of does a really great job of explaining that data set to everybody. Are there any questions on the violence against EMS personnel? All right, and then my last topic here is going to just be the national custom elements. So the first highlight here is this blood transfusion national custom element kind of information sheet. As we can see, we have the blood transfusion custom elements that are specific for blood. We also put on these additional recommended custom data elements that involve like the date, time the medication was stopped, and the medication status at the patient transfer of care. You will also see on the right side, we have the recommended procedure codes and the recommended medication codes. So this is just a great informational sheet that you can be able to hand out to any EMS stakeholder. To locate that, we're going to go on the web page under the technical resources. We're going to go to the custom element library. Scrolling down, there were 3 previous documents, and then number 4 there would be that blood transfusion. By clicking that, it would open up the PDF, and then you'd be able to download that. And then lastly here is the national custom elements for the CPMIH. Those have been posted to the NEMSIS website. So once again, going to technical resources, clicking on the custom element library, then going to the national custom element list. By selecting that, you will see the new CPMIH data elements. I recommend everyone going in there, giving them a click, reviewing them, and being able to start using those. So that was a lot of effort to get that done, and it feels pretty good to have that posted to the website. So any questions on national custom elements?
I don't see anything coming in. I know we're keeping an eye on that Q&A. If you have a question, you should be able to find that on the bottom of your screen, maybe under more Q&A, and you can type a question there.
And that's all I have for today, Laura. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Randall. And up next, we have Casey Gregor. He has a new FAQ document he's created that is on our website, and we want to share that with you guys for a new resource that we hope will be very helpful. And then Casey has the next topic as well, quarterly stakeholder meetings update. I'll pass it to you, Casey.
All right, thank you, Lauri. So, like Lauri said, couple announcements today. I'm going to share my screen. So we put together some FAQ documents, hoping that this kind of helps answer some questions, more or less kind of compiled together a lot of the very basic common questions that we get, and trying to make the resource available, and hopefully make your lives a little bit easier. So if you go to the nemsis.org website, under using EMS data and NEMSIS 101, scroll down a bit near the top, you'll find these are all broke down kind of by stakeholder group. So we have agency, clinician, compliance, et cetera, et cetera. And just open it, just like many of the other documents. You can download it if you'd like. Yeah, hopefully this provides some good information for you all as you need. And of course, if you're going through and you're not finding an answer to the question you have, always submit a help desk ticket and we'll get you taken care of. So, and then another quick announcement. So, for our quarterly stakeholder group meetings, we've had some outdated Zoom links, had some issues with people clicking on the old links, not getting into the new meetings, etc. So just some house cleaning. We're going to delete everything, and send out all new links. We're not going to change times or occurrence or anything like that. Everything will stay the same. We're just going to send out new links. So if you have any of those old links still on your calendar, just delete them all, and keep an eye out for the new links to be emailed out. And hopefully that should get everybody squared away and make sure we're all getting there as we need to. So any questions? All right, Lauri, I'll pass it back to you then. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Casey. And that is our last agenda item for today. I know Jeremy is not available. He's at a conference this week, but our upcoming meetings are May 27th will be our next V3 call, and then June 2nd is our next public training. And so we want to take a moment now and move into the open forum time before we go to breakout rooms. So if anyone has a topic that they'd like to bring up or ask a question or shared feedback on a topic we talked about today, please feel free to either raise your hand and we can unmute you, or if you're more comfortable typing a question in Q&A, we will take a minute and just look if there's any questions coming in there as well. So any topics, questions, anything we can answer? And we'll keep an eye on that for just a moment, but let me make an announcement as well that we are on social media. So before we wrap up today, we'd love to invite you to look for us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and like, follow, and share. We do, as we mentioned today, a lot of the new resources we have or research highlights we will put on those channels, and it's an easy way to share them within your state or within your communities. So please look for that. All right, it looks like we don't have any questions coming through. So thank you for your time today. We know you're very busy. We appreciate you jumping in and joining us. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. And we're going to move to our breakout rooms next, if there's no further questions. So just a quick reminder about breakout rooms. Vendors need to join their assigned breakout room to receive credit for attending today's call. And please join only your designated room. Don't enter other rooms without permission or invitation. And we encourage you to keep conversations professional and respectful. And you should see a prompt in just a minute to join your assigned breakout room if you are a vendor. And let me show the rooms we have today. We're on a yellow week, so those are the breakout rooms we'll be setting up. And then if you are a stakeholder and you want to chat with a vendor, you can join the room of anyone you'd like to chat with.